This clip is going to briefly look at club administration and then it'll look at fees. So I'm on the main screen, welcome, and I go down to the left hand side towards the bottom here and I can pick club administration. Occasionally you might get a club where the records on the system aren't exactly accurate. So the club name could be incorrect, and in the odd case the Irish name isn't correct. So this is where you can go in and edit the Irish name of the club. And then the address details are further down. And then down at the bottom you have the club crest. Okay, so you can put in the club crest and the club VAT number. So I'm going to look at, say, the club crest. So if you have your club crest, a copy of it stored on your hard disk or your memory stick or wherever, you can just browse and find it. Okay, so I'm on the trial membership system at the minute, and there's a file here I have just for GAA crests. So this is in Westmeath, so I'm going to just take the Westmeath crest as demonstration to add the crest to the. So it looks like that the image needs to be width between 200 wide and or width of 300 and height of 200 for display purposes. So I'll just see what happens when I submit that or finish that. Okay, so that's the club crest added in, and then I'm going to look at fees. So in the fees setup, you can look at the fees that are related to individuals, that they've paid, the amount they've owed and the amount they've paid. What I'm going to look at here is the categories. Okay, the different categories of fee. So here we have a number of categories, and as you can see over on the far right hand side, for most of them the value set is 0 at the minute. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the family one with 2 parents, 2 guardians, and all children under 18. That's currently set at 0. So I can go in that and edit it, and I can decide that's worth, we'll say, €100, and save that. And I can edit the actual description if I want to. So the description is very important to make sure it's accurate and it reflects what the particular fee covers. Okay, then down further you have other ones. You have the gym, exact same approach. Okay, that's set at currently no value on it, and you could say use of club gym, and you might have various boundaries there. We'll say Monday to Friday, except during official team training. As per club website. That could be whatever amount, €200. So that's modifications to the existing categories that are set up in the system. And then if you need to, you can add another category. So we'll say here there's no category on this little sample database for student. So you might say is a full-time second level or third level student. And you might have a category in that, so we'll just say it's €40. Okay, so that's a quick look at the setting of fees. So then we have the actual individual members. So we have John Ainsworth here, he's a youth member. And we'll say John Ainsworth is paid €20. Okay, that's the amount he's paid so far anyway. Okay, we can submit him. Okay, so there's John appearing at €20. I left out the date paid and that kind of stuff, so I did. Okay, other aspects of club administration that you might be interested in is the venues. Okay, so on the database for GA purposes, we're adding the different venues. So you can go in and add your club ground. So Páirc Ciarán is already in here for the Athlone. I'm on the Athlone dummy club, we'll call it, on the system. So when you want to edit club Páirc Ciarán, you have details there of the name of the pitch, its address, and its location. One of the things that might be encouraged to go in the system in the long run is the latitude and longitude, because this enables the GAA to pinpoint exactly all the pitches around the country, and that's increasingly important from an IT perspective as well. So there are some of the details about clubs and their venues. Okay, they're the main components of the system. So in this clip, I've covered very briefly the club administration, the club fees, and the venues that the club might want to add to its database. So if the club has a second pitch, it can add it as well. Okay, so we'll say, go back here, and Athlone, there's a back pitch. I don't know, has it been blessed with any particular name as of yet? So we can finish the first one. And just like adding the other things, we can add a second pitch, so we can call it associated venue. We want to add a new venue. Apologies, down here. Okay, so you could call it, Athlone GAA Club back pitch. Again, the address of it is Ballymahan Road. So even if a club has a second pitch and that club is used for competitive games, it's useful to have it on the system because the GAA fixture system reads its data from the membership system. So if a club has a number of grounds and they're all used for competitive games, then it makes sense for them all to be on the system, because this will be shared with the GAA fixture system. So then the description could be just the back pitch, and you could say no perimeter fencing. So it mightn't be a pitch placed a venue to use for very tense games. And you might say if it has full lights or whatever. So those kind of details might be helpful to the fixture system for planning fixtures. So that's the recording of the Athlone GAA Club second pitch. So the county there, I forgot it. I was looking for Westmeath. So we have to go down here through this big long list of counties and other entities across Europe and the world. So we'll now finish it. Okay, I left it as a default venue, by the way, so I should go back up here. Okay, Páirc Ciarán should be the default venue, and the Athlone back pitch shouldn't be the default venue. So just go back and edit those two things. Okay, down the bottom here, default venue for the club is yes. Okay, and as you can see here, there's a grade in it. Okay, so I won't go into the grading because I don't know about the grading of pitches. So let's finish off Páirc Ciarán, and then I'll go to the back pitch. And the back pitch won't be the default. Making one the default should automatically make the other the non-default. It has actually. I think I glanced at that before I finished the previous screen. So that when I made the Páirc Ciarán the default, that became the non-default. And any grade, so you might say it's just appropriate for Borden and Ogue or whatever. So we'll finish that. And we're back to the two pitches now in Athlone. Páirc Ciarán the default, the back pitch is the second one. So that concludes this clip on some of the other features of the membership system as far as fees, administration and venues are concerned.